Hello, good morning. I'm very sleepy. It is a little bit after 8. I have to get going because I do have to leave in about an hour to get to my office. So I have office hours today. It is Wednesday. My brain is still waking up. So today is office hours day. So, and I've got some errands I need to run. I need to go to Whole Foods today because I can't go on Friday. And it's been a week and a half. I should have gone last Friday and I didn't. I've got none of my regular stuff in the fridge right now. So we'll do that, and then I'll still have some teaching work to do when we get home. And I've got a call this afternoon as well. But then hopefully we can do some book work later this afternoon, early evening. But yeah, it's 8:23. So I need to go get ready and go to campus. Yeah, I will take you guys with me to campus and to Whole Foods. And then we'll have a cozy afternoon and evening doing some writing work, hopefully. But yeah, welcome to the vlog. Settle down, get cozy, get comfy, all of that good stuff. And come along with me on my Wednesday. It should be a good day. And it should be nice. It's only 73 out there right now. So even when I'm getting to campus, it's still gonna be like upper 70s, maybe 80 at a push. So the weather is going to be very, very, very nice today. I'm home. I've had a shower, I've freshened myself up, and now I'm just gonna rest and take a little bit of a break. I'll probably do some work while I do that. I've got 30 minutes-ish before my call, so yeah, I might just do a little bit of grading or something while I eat lunch here on the couch. Whole Foods was good. I feel like I barely vlogged once I got inside. I was just so focused on getting my groceries and getting home. So yeah, I have made myself a cold brew iced latte. Well, no ice, but same diff. And I'm getting the toaster oven heated up to make a hot ham and cheese sandwich. And then yeah, I'm ready to just sit. It's been a lot of up on my feet. My foot is killing me. I'm starting to have recurring foot pain if I don't have arch supports. So I've got my little compression sleeve arch supports. And I think the shoes that I was wearing to work today just didn't have enough arch support, and so that made my feet hurt by the time I got home. I'm gonna try to put my feet up, get some work done, jump on my call, and then finish up work for the day, and then hopefully do some writing, and we can chat about book stuff. Okay, it is now a little while later. It's after 4. I'm done with my call, and I think I'm done with work for the day. There's really nothing left to do. I think I'm kind of at a natural stopping point for work today. I have made myself another iced coffee. This time I've put some ice in it, but I've put it in my new Christmassy mug. So yeah, it's almost 4:30. So I really am done for the day. I've done a lot of grading. I've done a ton of emails. Next week is going to be the difficult week, and I was not paying attention to my launch day plans and stuff. Like it is what it is. There's nothing else I could have done. This was probably always going to happen, but basically launch day is going to happen the same week that I'm doing conferences. So on launch day, I'm going to be in conferences, office hours or conferences. I'm going to be on Zoom all day. That's not exactly the most fun way to do a launch day. I guess it will stop me from obsessively refreshing my Amazon sales dashboard, so I guess that's a good thing. But yeah, I'll just be checking social media in between conferences. And then I just went to Whole Foods today. I have a bottle of rosé, and I've got a packet of brownie mix, so I could make brownies the night before launch day. So like I can have a celebration, but like I didn't buy any flowers because any flowers I buy today would be dead by next Thursday. So I wasn't gonna buy launch day flowers today. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to make the best of it on launch day. But yeah, that's next week. So this weekend I need to be preparing stuff for launch day and just getting organized and ready for that. I will focus on that this weekend. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm feeling just very tired and kind of blah today. So I'm going to try to write because sometimes that makes me feel a little bit better. I'm going to start with Royal Romance, and then I'm going to work on outlining. As far as Royal Romance, we are currently sitting at 127,783 words. It's a long one, and I'm more than halfway through chapter 23. I need to be writing, at the moment, Scrivener is telling me, 902 words a day, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so 4 days a week. So I need to try to do some writing in this weekend. If I can do some writing in this weekend and next weekend, I think that would also help. So yeah, I really need to be focusing on this project and getting this project done. Royal Romance really is the priority this month because I want this draft done. Then I can step away from it for a good portion, if not all of November. I think I want to step away from it for at least a couple weeks, and then I can start reading back through it during Nano and then start editing it in December, but it needs to be done. And I'm so close. I am so close. So I don't know if I can finish chapter 23 today, but I'm going to try. The chapter 23 is currently sitting at 3,099 words. So it doesn't need to be that much longer. I think I'm just going to focus on like finishing the scene I'm working on, finishing writing out what I have outlined for the remainder of the chapter, and then that'll be it. I think I mentioned this in the last vlog. Basically where I'm at with this project is I'm just trying to finish it. I'm not trying to do anything creative. I'm not trying to be amazing. I have a feeling the last 4 or 5 chapters are probably going to get completely rewritten in the next drafts. I'm so deep into this, and it's been so long now since I wrote the first few chapters, or even since I've been writing like chapter 10, chapter 11, chapter 12, like the middle of the book. It's been so long that I've been working on this. I've forgotten stuff that happens towards the beginning. I've forgotten the order of things, and a lot is just going to have to get tweaked and changed and revised. And so there's no sense in trying to write these last few chapters perfectly, because A, you can't. You can never write something perfectly in the first draft. I don't care what anybody tries to tell you. That is not possible. It is not a good thing to like attempt to do. So there's no point just for that reason, to try to write these chapters perfectly, but there's also no point to try to write them perfectly, because even if it was possible in general, it wouldn't be possible in these circumstances because of how long I have spent working on this and how long it has been since I've been working on this. Like, there's just so many gaps now. I'm sure there are a million plot holes and loose threads and things, as well as stuff that I probably mentioned and thought at the moment, ooh, this could be foreshadowing something, and now I've forgotten what I was supposed to be foreshadowing. So like, I know as I read back through it, it's going to generate a lot of ideas and probably solve some problems, but I need to finish it first. I don't want to go back and do a read through until I have something for all the chapters, because I don't think what I'm writing right now is bad. Like, I'm not going to delete it all and start over from scratch, but it's all going to get written in a different way, if that makes sense. So I'm going to focus on this. I'm going to get my headphones and get a candle lit and get my music on. I'm going to drink the rest of this. Is decaf, at least. I can't remember if I said that earlier. I got another coffee, but it's mostly milk, and what little coffee is in here is decaf. I'm going to stop procrastinating. I'm going to get to writing, and we will see how much I can get written. It's now 4:35, so we'll see how much I can get written by 5 o'clock. Hopefully I can get 1,000 words in about 30 minutes, and then at 5 I can shift to outlining. It's now 5:30. That took me longer than I had hoped it would, but I'm gonna try to outline for at least 30 minutes and work up until 6 o'clock, because I really do want to keep making at least small progress on my outline. So I've been doing a lot of work in my project notebook for Across the Pond, so I have been outlining. I think I've written another almost 2 pages of notes. I've been creating a lot of backstory for the main female character, trying to figure out her family relationships, drama within her family relationships, because I think that's where part of the conflict and the drama of the book is going to come. So I've been trying to figure out, like, who are all the people in her life? What are their connections to her, to each other? I don't know. This series has been, like, in working on Across the Pond, I've learned a lot about how to develop and outline a series in general. So like, I feel like the Independent Heart series is going a lot more smoothly. I've got this large cast of characters that all share the same location of this fictional town in Wisconsin, and each book is a different main character and a different plot. And they're loosely connected and interrelated, but they're also still roughly standalones. Whereas Across the Pond, the first 3 books were all essentially like a trilogy, and it's all focused on Eleanor and her relationship. You still kind of need to start with book 1 and then read book 2 and then read book 3, because you're missing out on a lot of the relationship development if you don't read those. And I'm trying to create book 4 to be standalone from those so that you don't have to read the first 3 to read book 4. It will be its own story. It's a different set of main characters. It's a different romantic relationship between those characters. There will be references to characters from the first 3 books, and there might be some slight spoilers for the first 3 books, but you could essentially still read the 4th book and understand where you're at, what's going on. So I think I'm kind of correcting my mistake now in that every book from here on out will be easier to outline, but it's still, I don't know, I'm struggling with, I think because when I worked on the Bookshop of Possibilities, I knew the next book would be a different character. And so pretty quickly in working on book 1, Lydia started to become like the main secondary character that I was working with. And it started to feel pretty obvious to me that she would be the focus of the next book. So she's the focus of the Inn of Hopes and Dreams. And as I was working on book 2, I haven't announced who book 3 is, but as I was working on book 2, it became pretty clear who book 3 would be about. And then I also kind of just started to figure out in my head, okay, book 3 will be this character, and then I know book 4 will be another one, book 5 will be another one. I know who each of those books will be, and it'll kind of become a little bit more apparent, I think, as you read. You'll kind of see which of the other secondary characters is getting more time on the page than others, and that is kind of your hint of who will be the next book. With Across the Pond, I was so focused on Eleanor's story for the first 3 books that I really haven't been setting it up. I did a little bit at the very end of Brave Together. I think people can guess who book 4 is going to be focused on. I still feel like there's so much about these characters that I don't know. And so that's what's been really fun about the outlining process. It is coming to me fairly easily. The characters, particularly my main female character, she's the one I've been working on the most. It is coming to me, which is great. I love that that's working out that way. And it's been really interesting starting to get to know her. Like, I'm working through some character kind of worksheet interview questions. As I'm looking at the questions, the answers are just coming to me. Like, I'm not really having to think about it. So clearly, subconsciously, as I've been writing this character in the first 3 books as a secondary character, I've been filling in those gaps along the way. I've just not written anything down, but mentally, subconsciously, I've been creating this character all along. And so it's been really interesting throughout the outline process to kind of become more explicit about the things related to this character that I've already been kind of implying or casually referencing, or like it's all coming together in a way which I really haven't experienced. I don't know, there's just something about, you know, this being book 4 of the series, but it's kind of now spinning off the main series. It's almost like becoming a spin-off within the main series, and so that's making it different. It's interesting, and I am enjoying it, and I think I'm getting there with the story. I think what's helped has been going back and doing some of this character development work to really get to know the main female character in particular, but I do need to do some work on the main male character and get to know him a little bit more, because as I've gotten to know her more, that's given me ideas about how her misbeliefs and biggest fears and fatal flaw and things like that, how those things for her can impact the story. So I think I need to do some more work with him. So that might be what I do today. I think I might do some of those interview questions, but for the main male character, and that would be a good way to spend the next 20 or 30 minutes. think I'm done for the day. I forgot to say earlier, I did finish chapter 23. So now I'm just down to chapter 24 in the epilogue as far as Royal Romance is concerned. So that makes me very happy. And I had it in my planner to finish chapter 23 by tomorrow, October 20th. So I finished it a day early. So that's great. But outlining is going well. My main male character is also coming to me, maybe not quite as easily as my main female character was or is, but I'm still figuring out answers for him to the questions that I'm answering. It's still like he's coming to me. I'm realizing I know more about him than I realized. I'm currently answering questions related to the character psychology. So I was doing another batch of questions, but I skipped to the psychological because those ones tend to give me more to play with as far as plot. So yeah, it's interesting getting to know your characters, and I've never really done a whole lot of character development like this at the start. It's something new I'm doing for this book, and it is really helping me. And so like I'm not getting as much written as far as the outline is concerned. Like I'm not adding to my word count for the project yet, but it's still October. I'm still able to do that. I'm enjoying that much. But yeah, I'm gonna go sit down and relax, and I will check with you guys later in the evening before I go to sleep. Hi. It is now after 9:30, probably almost 10. Where's my phone? Let's see, it is 10:07. I need to get in bed. I need to get up off the couch first. I probably do need to get up because the ceiling fan is probably going to cause wind interference on the microphone. So let's not screw up the end of this vlog. We will just get up and move back over to the desk. Y'all, we are getting so close to me being able to turn off the air conditioning. We're getting close. Close to being able to turn the AC off, close to being able to turn the ceiling fan off, close to being able to vlog anywhere in the apartment and not all the way over here in the corner. I've just been watching Bachelor in Paradise and then Below Deck Med, and then I watched a couple YouTube videos. I watched a vlog with Christina from Christina Writes, and I watched a vlog from Ashley from A Ginger Writes, and Ashley was doing a Preptober vlog and Christina was doing what I'm trying to do, which is trying to get into a regular writing routine before NaNoWriMo starts. I think she might be doing a little bit better than I am. I just feel like I'm still all over the place, but I don't know. I'm not doing that badly. It was just a, you know, it's only Wednesday, and Tuesday isn't a writing day. So far this week, I've written both of the writing days I've had this week, Monday and today. So we'll see how I do tomorrow and Friday, and then if I can do some writing over the weekend, even though I don't have to, that would be fantastic. So yeah, I enjoyed watching those vlogs, but now I'm gonna go get in bed and read. I'm just reading a really easy romance by Louise Bay, who's a new to me author this year, but this is now the like 4th book I've read from her. Really enjoy her writing. Her romances are great. Very steamy, but just really easy to read, and that's what my brain needs right now. I'm gonna go do some more reading in that and then go to bed. I want to have lights out by 11, so I need to hurry up and go take off what's left of my makeup, my brows, and my mascara, and yeah, just get cozy in bed. So I will talk to you all later. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. All of that great stuff. I would really appreciate it. As our question of the vlog, I have been doing so much character development this week, and then earlier in this vlog you saw me working on it, and it got me thinking about characters. I would like to know, I thought about doing favorites, and then I realized that I don't want to have to pick a favorite. But for those of you who are writers, I would like to know which character that you have written so far is the most like you. If you are not a writer but you are a reader, I would like to know, is there a character that you have read in someone else's novel that you feel you really relate to, or kind of you see some of yourself in that character? So which character do you kind of feel the most connected to, I guess. So if you're a reader, that's your version of the question. As a writer, this is why I didn't want to pick favorites, because I love all of the characters that I've created. But I do think of all the characters I've created so far, this is probably not going to be much of a surprise for anyone, but Eleanor is probably the one who is the most like me. So if you've read my books and you're wondering like if there's any of me in my characters, there's a little bit of me in all of my characters, but I think Eleanor, primarily because when I wrote the first book, which I have next to me because I've actually been looking back through it, reminding myself of stuff, or this is the proof copy. When I first started writing this book, I didn't write it with the intention of publishing it. The first draft, like I thought maybe one day I'd publish it, but the first draft was entirely for me. And I figured if I did publish it, I could go back and edit things and make the character different. And certainly my life circumstances, like there are elements of Eleanor's life that I made more dramatic than my own. But with Eleanor, the character template for Eleanor really was me and my life, and then anything that I felt would just make too boring of a story, I changed it to make it more interesting. But there were a lot of things about my life circumstances, like my life is very, at the time that I was writing it, was very similar to Eleanor's life at the start of the book. I was also working part-time jobs, living at home, had a job but no career. I wasn't dating any, that part was different, but like there were, you know, living in Phoenix, like it wasn't a coincidence that she's living in Phoenix. But then our personalities and our temperaments are also very similar. The way that she responds to things, I think, is very similar to me. So of all the characters I've written, there is a little bit of me and my personality in each of them, but I think Eleanor is the one that most closely resembles my personality, if that makes sense. It'd be interesting to know, for those of you who've been watching my vlogs and then read the book, if you picked up on that or not, or if, I don't know that anyone here has read the book first and then found my channel through the book. That would be amazing, but I don't think that's happened. But you might then recognize bits of Eleanor from watching the vlogs. Like it might go both ways, but yeah, Eleanor is the one that I think is the most like me. So again, if you are a writer, I'd like to know which of your characters is the most like you, and if you are a reader, I would like to know which fictional character you've read in which book and felt like you really related to that character. So yeah, let's chat characters in the comments below, and I'm gonna go read and then go to sleep. And yeah, I will see you all very soon in the next vlog. Thank you very much for watching this one. Bye!